Hey everybody, it's me, Kiki. Yes, I'm on camera with my new glasses and my new hair. Got my new hair, girl. Yes, girl. Yes, queen. Anyway, like I said, share, subscribe, or whatever. I'm still trying to get used to this hair, so y'all excuse me. You know, I'm a fluffer. Anyway, some of y'all may know what that means. Uh, anyway, we are going to talk about what's in the news. What's in the news that affects me? My fake real governor. Okay, I live in Texas, but I'm from Michigan. Governor Gretchen Good Hair Whitmer, girl, cause she got that good hair. Like I call her Governor Good Hair. Anyway, the FBI arrested 20 dudes now with this plot to kidnap her. If you haven't heard about it, it's in the news. A bunch of dudes, like they said, they're militia members that threatened to snatch up Governor Good Hair. Her hair gonna be like this, girl. And she's still gonna end up like, yes, bitch, yes, give me all of it. But they were gonna snatch her up, kidnap her, I guess try her for treason. I didn't know you could do that to a governor. I'm like, what law book is that? I was like, I was shook for a second. So I was like, we can kidnap people, governors and officials and try them? Boy, Michigan must got some laws. I'm not aware of that law, but apparently that's legal. And then they were gonna like kidnap her from her house, blow up bridges, all kinds of things. They was doing a lot. They watched like way too much Extraction or something on Netflix. I don't know. But apparently they didn't watch too many movies. They didn't listen to certain politicians talking about liberate, and they really was going to try to liberate Michigan. And I think their end game was to govern themselves or live free or libertad or something. I guess they wanted to just follow by the Bill of Rights and so. And I was just like, okay, I thought we were already following by the Bill of Rights. I don't know. A few observations. Number one, they keep calling them a militia. Number two, it sounds like domestic terrorism to me. It doesn't really sound like a militia. Michigan has lots of militias. Some of them are anti-government. Some of them are just gun nuts and they just find an excuse to come together. Some are white supremacists. Some of them are all three. So when they said they came from Michigan, I wasn't too surprised, because you remember at the beginning of the year, they had a bunch of people storm Lansing with guns, which I don't know how they allowed that, but okay. But apparently some of the dudes that was there storming the Capitol, they was a part of this group as well. What I find strange is that we haven't found out any like ideology of what this group actually believes or thinks, because every militia I know has some kind of tenet, code, beliefs, something. They have like they have other things other than just kidnapping Governor Goodhair. They usually have, in just the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, they usually have other beliefs. I mean, these idiots join Facebook chat groups, but I just think it's strange that the FBI, the media, FBI is not going to release everything, but it's kind of weird that we haven't talked about what other beliefs they have. I want to know if this group was it a white supremacist group? Was it an anti-government group? There's chatter online, but you don't know what to believe when it comes to like Twitter and everything like that. Another observation is that I thought it was kind of ironic that if this was a Black Lives Matter group or Antifa or any left wing group, it would have been like they would have rounded all black people up. They would have round up all alt leftists. They would have hauled our asses into a cart somewhere, and we would have been detained in the name of national security if it was some black people, or let it be the NFAC. They would have rounded them up. The plot wouldn't even have got that far. I mean, this has been going on for months. So I just thought that was kind of ironic that they're a militia group and not really called Vanilla ISIS like people have been calling, like they should be called. But these people, have done they were horrible, trying to kidnap this lady's wife, a mother, all that. Another observation, I looked at the rules. I remember about when everything was being shut down back in April and May. What they did in Michigan wasn't any different than they did in a lot of states. And I'm in Texas. I'm in a red state, and their lockdown procedures, what the governor did was akin to what the governor did here. It wasn't too strict or too crazy. New York had stricter rules. But I remember there were people protesting everywhere, even in our capital, Austin. And again, I wish people are like, oh my God, reopen the state and reopen this. we're in the middle of a pandemic, and nothing like this has ever happened on this scale ever in our country. So people are trying to do what is safe, and by shutting certain things down. But these people are here bringing up the Constitution and their personal freedoms, and I'm just like, okay, keep that same energy when other people's personal freedoms are encroached on. There are plenty of people in this country, plenty of groups. There are people sitting in cages that don't belong there. There are Muslims that were banned from coming here. There's police brutality. There's Native American lands that are being encroached on by the federal government. And you mad about wearing a mask? Or because your nail salon, your hair salon's not open? Oh, the government's, they're gonna crack down on everything and we're okay. Welcome to the fight. Like where have you been all these years while the federal government imposes more rules? Where were you during the Bush years when they installed the Patriot Act? Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't really affect you, did it? So who cares? But now since wearing a mask or a shutdown affects you and your business, then all of a sudden, oh my God, they're taking our freedoms. Oh my God. Get the gun, Becky. Get the gun, Karen. Like, keep that same energy. Freedom for everybody, to me, has always been a goal. I consider the liberation of all people. Black, white, gay, straight, anything. Anybody that is oppressed around the world and in this country by any type of fascist government or system or people, any type of oppression, is something that I was raised as and taught and learned and teach my children to not tolerate. That just because it doesn't affect you and your little neck of the woods and you have it good and you're sitting on your little high horse like, oh, it doesn't affect me, so I don't really care. I don't care. It's just them black people over there. Who care about them black people? Like, it affects all of us because it will come to you. If you give dictators and governments and things a lot of power, eventually that train of power will come to your neighborhood and steamroll over your ass eventually. So my point is, keep the same energy. If you're gonna fight for freedom, you out there protesting against masks, but I can't get you to lift anything about children in foster care who are snatched up and abused, but you're not out there trying to give freedoms even for the most basic worthy causes. But then if it affects you and yours, and it's a problem. I have a serious problem with that. It's hypocrisy. I hate hypocrisy. I hate people who are worried about their own little lives. I don't care whether we go on lockdown or not. It doesn't really, it affects my life, but it don't affect my life that much. I'm a survivalist, honey. I don't need to go to the nail salon, the hair salon to make myself feel good. I don't need to go to a bar, club, or restaurant to feel like I'm complete as a person. I have a roof over my head. I have food. I'm happy and grateful for that. I'm not a pampered, spoiled American. I can take this wig off right now, baby, and just be fine and roll with it, honey, and go to Walmart with my scarf on. I mean, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not a high maintenance chick. I don't wear makeup. I may put some eyeliner on. I don't get my nails done. You should see my feet. I can do that myself. I don't need the federal government. I don't to tell me that, okay, there's a pandemic. I can logically figure that out for myself and protect myself. But I understand that people, just people don't see things that way. But yeah, so that's what happened in the government. I just thought it was strange. Just some observations about what's really happening, and people are mad because there's Karen and Kyle's out there asking them where they should be. What they really should be worried about is organized people who I'm sure they are not the only ones that the FBI are watching, which another thing I found comical, that they're in private Facebook groups. Look, if you have a private Facebook group or Instagram or Twitter group or WhatsApp group and you think it's private, you have bigger problems. You shouldn't be on this earth. These social media platforms are not private. You may think they are, but they're not. If you're in there talking about you finna overthrow the government, the moment that comes up in conversation or text or typing, I promise you, some department that they have is going to be like, what, who, what, and then they're going to zero in on you. People want to talk about agents and infiltration. The FBI is the best at it. So if you think you're going to overthrow the government, no. Why not use your powers for good? Organize your own candidate. Gretchen Whitmer was voted by the people. So just because you don't like your governor, hell, I don't like my governor. Vote his ass out. You and your 20, 30 people may not like him, but it's the will of the people. We have a democracy for a reason, not a dictatorship. Not just because I'm not happy with this, so it's time to overthrow this person. No, that's not how democracy works. If you truly believe in the Bill of Rights and Constitution, you should understand that that's not how this is supposed to work. You're slipping into the thing that you're fighting against. You're slipping into tyranny. So that's my thoughts, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever, 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 whatever. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.